Hey, what's up? You've made it to video number 5, building a 3-column component with JSS. So, we'll just kick it off with starting up the front end. I'm not going to be working in Sitecore. I'm going to specifically do all this in the front end JSS app. And so I'm going to start by scaffolding out my secondary component, which is going to contain some product offerings, I guess. It's going to have 3 products that the marketing team really wants to push. So I'm going to just fill out my definitions here, put each of my editable fields that I want in Sitecore, basically. Each product is going to have an image and some text to accompany it. So I've got that in my definitions file, and I'll open up my YAML file just to pump in some of the content that our marketing team has provided for this site, for these products. So you can see, I'm just going to copy these things down. So I've got 3 of them. They're all going to look pretty much identical, but have different content. So they'll have different image, different text. I'm putting some alt text in there for the image too, to support that accessibility always, right? And then filling out the data that each content item has. So all these will be editable on the same page. I mean, you could build this as one like product and repeat it on the page. I'm building this as one big editable, like kind of row chunk of the page. There's no right or wrong. You know, some people would prefer to do it other ways, but I'm just doing this for kind of like simplicity of editing, and you know, it'll all be on the same page when you're inside the content editor. So you can see I'm using a lot of Bootstrap classes still. All of these will be using Bootstrap's layout. So I'm moving my editable fields that I'm passing in via props. Like you can see, this is all React flavor, right? So I've got my props coming in. Each one of those is a field. You can see offer image 1, offer content 1. All of those are editable fields, and I'm just wrapping this stuff with Bootstrap code, Bootstrap markup. I also wanted to add a rating here, just so I can have an editable rating field, so you can rate the product. I'm kind of doing little tweaks, you know. I've got to like add some color, fix my layout, things like that. I'm just kind of showing the process here and blazing through it pretty fast. But you know, I think I said in another video, like, you shouldn't just be copying this straight up. You should be creating your own components. Like, the important stuff is that you know, you're wiring up this data and creating these components, not necessarily copying exactly verbatim my little example here. This is definitely not a production website. This is a completely fictitious client. But yeah, so I'm gonna like match up the colors of the buttons and add some color to the header, just to kind of get the theme in, like rough in a design. So we got a button info, setting the background color of that to brown, adding a little transition so that when I hover or focus on the button, within a third of a second they transition. And yeah, that's about it for this. I'm gonna do a little bit of testing. Like I tried to do a mobile first approach. When I'm using Bootstrap, I kind of assume it's already working, but I'm gonna do a quick test here to make sure that my mobile layout isn't completely wonky. I just noticed that there's some weirdness with how the images stretch a little bit, so I'm gonna try to fix that, just so that those images don't stretch so much. Yeah, just some fine tuning at this point, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and we'll start again at video number 6. I'm gonna create one more component.